Now recording.
Welcome to episode 20 of the podcast here for today. I'm your host for today, TrappedSnake. As usual, I'm joined by my co-host, VergilsPride.
Hello.
Sans is not.
Sans is somewhere.
He's
somewhere.
He's somewhere in the dimension.
Off in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
Pretty much all I have to say. But yes, it's good to see that everybody is here today. And before we begin, I really wanted to say this right now. I am pretty sure that everyone is familiar with Berserk, right? Not just you in the audience, but I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Berserk, right?
Yeah.
I want to give a special condolence and some proper time to the Berserk author. And I just want to say my heart goes out to many Berserk fans. I've actually gone into Berserk, and I have to say it's really good. I will be reading the manga. Yeah, TrappedSnake said it's amazing.
The manga's way better than the friggin' anime. That's my opinion.
I've actually watched the newer anime, the one that came out in 2016 with the CGI and all that other stuff.
I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, no, I bet the manga's way better, and I cannot wait. But I just want to give a moment of silence for the loss of someone who's worked their butt off to create such a really emotional story. Someone who created a really awesome character called Guts. You got Griffith. Casca, not my favorite, but I do respect her. We got Punk, whatever what that dude's name is, the little elf dude. Yeah. Bunch of other characters like that.
Manga artist pushes their
limits
and they put out the best. They optimize their best quality by sacrificing a lot of sleep and shit, which
it's not good. That's why.
That's what I don't. That's what I.
Yeah, but I will say this right now. Can we please give a moment of silence for the Berserk author? We will begin now. Thank you. Okay, you may go on ahead, right. TrappedSnake. I just wanted to make that out.
I have two announcements to make prior to this. So one of them is I think everyone's pretty much familiar with this whole topic that has also been caught attention to most Americans. It's the Israel and Palestine situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go further into it without any harassment or any deference coming to either us or Sans even. I want you, if you guys want to know what's happening, please do your please go take your time to do research on this stuff, because I don't want to properly make either side or go as far as to get harassment from other side. But to anyone who is watching from either Palestine or Israel, please stay safe and make sure to find help wherever you can. And also, please, I also provided links in the description below to look at resources to see what you can do to help, to see what's going on with the conflict and everything. And also, we will give a moment of silence to do so.
Yes, I think that is the best way to. Honestly, the only thing I have to say about this is that just stay safe. Make the best of life. Even if it sucks. Just I don't even know what to really say. It's just do your best. Try, just seek help, find shelter, do everything you can to stay out of harm's way. And that's all I have to really say about that. What are we going to talk today?
So, wait, I thought we were having a moment of silence, man.
Oh, my bad. I am so sorry.
I was so quiet, dude.
I am so sorry. All right, let's restart that. Holy shit.
I do apologize for that.
For my insolence, yes. Dude, I am so sorry.
I don't want Twitter to go after this. I think with that out of the way, one more announcement to make is that when we talk about our topics, please, please do not go around to start harassing any of the people that we talk about in the topics. And also, we're going to start a drama war. So, I get. I guess we're just gonna. But I think with these things out of the way, I guess we could start off with. I guess there's this new like there's this new situation with the what is it?
Yeah, with whole Twitch and YouTube and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
In my opinion, I think both Twitch and YouTube have just been really trash in terms of like, you know, rules and stuff.
yeah, they're
You
very
know, rules are rules. I expect like a couple of people to break the rules,
I don't know.
but let's
It's
be
like
honest.
I don't know. It's like
Mm.
YouTube's like policies and like
YouTube,
it's just so
yeah,
weird. It's like
of course it's
some of the terms and services are just like it's just like it's like it's like it's like broken so many times that you sometimes like it's
YouTube lets them
unnoticeable.
get away.
Yeah,
They
but the
let
thing
like
it's
bad people
like
get away with it.
you know it's a dumb thing. It's like some of the there's because like bots are usually running this website instead of like because they
Oh
have
yeah, that's
programmers there.
true.
I think one of the things that was like that was pretty trending recently was some ordinary gamers with Mudahar
Oh,
getting
me
his
Mutahar. Yes, I'm aware of that.
with
That
Mudahar's video.
situation, that is a perfect
He
example
was
of
like
like how busted the terms of service actually is.
I don't know. I
Like
think
if you,
YouTube. I think not only. I mean, Twitch is a little better, but I think it's on its way to becoming on the same.
it's, yeah, that's what I'm thinking because you know there on Twitch, it's like Twitch does something that YouTube doesn't do, and that is like actually, you know, like ban people when they actually do bad stuff. That is fine. However, there's Twitch has certain biases, right? And that, I'm not saying it's just Twitch only. You know, YouTube has it. Any
Yeah,
social media platform has it. It's just not even like Twitch or YouTube anymore. It's just like all the social medias have it.
it's
But with
slowly
Twitch
becoming that.
specifically, yeah, it's like with Twitch, it's how do I say it? It's very you can tell that they have a personal bias towards certain streamers, and that is kind of unacceptable, at least in my opinion.
Yeah,
You know, I believe that no company should have personal bias towards an individual who is actually
yeah,
making content on, you know, not only Twitch, but you know, just social media in general. I
yeah,
believe that
definitely.
there's no personal bias. You know, a person, if they do the wrong, they do the wrong, and they get ousted for it, or you know, they probably get a warning or
This is
something. You know,
this
I
is
think with yes, go ahead,
yeah,
Trap Snake.
like with Mudahar's situation, especially with that Cash App scam ad thing, where
Oh
he
yeah,
was where it doesn't
Eh,
like he was just warning people. It's nothing really harmless
yeah,
or anything like that. Anything. He was just
yeah.
warning people about the dangers of going on these like cash apps and stuff, which I think that's that's acceptable to just do as like if I were to work in YouTube and in the programming and stuff like that. But it's like I think that's acceptable. What do you think? Do you think that's acceptable?
Yes, I think that is very acceptable because Mimutahar is basically make not only you know doing his job as a YouTuber,
He's
but he's
informing
also
people.
trying to warn people. He's saying, "Hey, watch out for these people who are actually scammers on YouTube. You need to watch out for this." And what does YouTube do? They did an oopsie.
You know,
They've basically I forgot what did they do? They did like something to his video,
they
or
they
no, they
flagged
didn't.
this
They gave
video.
him
They
yeah,
fucking
they
flagged
flagged his video. Yeah,
for violence or
and
some shit like that. But it's like
for violating something. I don't know what it was, and I'm
but I
like,
don't think it
dude, what
really
is this?
is. He's just informing. It's really
He was
informative.
informing people.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, exactly. He was informing people that there are people that are using YouTube as a scam to basically scam people out of their money. And I just,
And it's
how is that
obviously
a bad thing?
I mean that
That is
it's
the
a
best thing
legitimate
that has
problem
actually
that
come out of YouTube. Yeah. What's the problem, YouTube? Like, we can't warn people about like, hey, there's other people on the, platform that I
We
think are
can't be
very,
critical, apparently.
questionable. Yeah, I guess, me Mudahar was too critical in this situation. That it's stupid, man.
I think the problem with like YouTube not like appealing for like to stop the flag is that when like for example like on Twitter where it's like if garners a lot of attention where especially
Yeah.
where you where you try to like for example in one of before we moved on to the podcast, we tried to remove that copyright thing from our one of our videos earlier
Oh, yeah.
and it didn't work out. And
No, I
apparently,
didn't.
but apparently, when you tweet on Twitter and it gets so much like attention, I think YouTube actually responds to it, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why, because they don't want
I
to get
don't know why
canceled
either.
themselves either.
I don't know. I
I
mean,
can freaking
YouTube
tell.
is YouTube and Twitter is Twitter. But like back to like the meme Mudahar, and all that other stuff and how bad Twitch or actually no, I would say YouTube's a lot more badder than Twitch, but I will say this, the only good thing about YouTube is that I'm very thankful that YouTube has allowed us to make our podcast. I just want to say thank you YouTube, but I also really strongly dislike some of the things you do. But yeah, going back to the meme Mudahar situation, YouTube actually responded to his the flagging of his video, and they actually reversed it. They reversed the flagging of his video, and everything went back to normal. But what kind of
Yeah,
pisses me off is that why did it? Why did they do this? There's no
I mean it.
legitimate reason why they do this.
Yeah, there is no legitimate reason.
Yeah, like what's the legitimate reason behind the flagging of Meme Mudahar's video? I believe that he was doing the right thing. He was doing the right thing.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Was a scammer like pissed off at Meme Mudahar for exposing what
Either
they were
that or
doing?
someone's. I'm. You know what I'm theorizing?
Why are you theorizing, my young?
That someone in the Google program, like the Google YouTube the YouTube like company, is probably creating those like ads and stuff to
Ah,
trick people. Because
yeah.
considering that, I'm just saying though, if this podcast gets taken down and it's like this, it would probably prove my point.
Well, hey, we at least we proved something, even if we have to get our video taken down. That's what we need to do. We did our job. We did our job as content creators, sorry, as meme podcasters, whatever you want to call us. But all jokes aside, I will say this right now. That is actually a good theory, but in my personal opinion, I believe it's just like a misunderstanding. I believe YouTube done goofed it, and they actually did respond like a minute later after me Mudahar told them, "Hey, please remove the flag off my video." And 1 minute later, they actually responded to him saying, "Yo, me
Yeah,
Mudahar, we done
exactly.
goofed.
But it's like,
Sorry."
yeah, but it's like if it's a bigger YouTuber, they'll obviously fucking respond. But if you're a smaller YouTuber, you'll
Yeah.
be like, oh,
Oh
after
yeah.
revealing
No,
this
if you're
shit,
us, yeah, if you're us, we're done for. That's
yeah, either that or you
we're
just
done
don't,
for.
or you just like they just deny your fucking appeal to remove the flag. That which
Yeah,
ticks me off.
massive. Yeah. Wow. Gracious. Like that's the problem I have with YouTube. If you're not popular enough, you're basically kind of screwed, right? Even if you're not monetized, you're still screwed, right? You can still have all
Exactly.
these bad things happen to you, even if you did nothing wrong. And it's I don't know. I feel like that's ridiculous. What YouTube needs to do is that they need to kind of have like an actual like staff, right? They can run the AI, but they need someone actually watching and paying attention, right? And I don't know how well that's gonna go. I mean, considering that YouTube is a multi-billionaire, what do you call it, company, right? That is backed by Google of all things. They
Mhm.
should find a solution to where they can run the AI and they gotta also have a human person, watching what's going on YouTube. That's something that would make sense. I think that is right, and I don't think it would take that much. No,
Definitely.
that's something I would probably do if I was to actually run YouTube. I don't know.
Like going on to this whole YouTube mess, I think another mess that was like really really like ticks me off was I think it
Hmm.
was the Jeff Leach situation where he was supposedly
Oh
getting
yes,
allegations of like the S word, but by zombie, I think it was Zombie Kills or
this is a zombie unicorn.
Zombie
Yeah,
Unicorn or whatever the fuck her name is, but it's like
I don't know. Let's just call her zombie unicorn because zombie unicorn is basically the name I affiliate her with. I don't know.
yeah, but like let's just getting back to topic, but it's like apparent like I don't know why she made these like allegations just to get him out of like no job at all, which and not only that, he got removed from the Facebook. I think it was the Facebook gaming partnership.
Yeah, yeah. He lost his partnership because of these allegations, and it's horrible. This is like why we need to like call out people for when they do something wrong. But here's the thing: most people don't, and most people do.
The thing it's like
But
they defend them or either that or like
yeah, they
they
defend.
hop on the bandwagon and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Just with the
Destroy
fucking
one
like what's
person.
it called? What's his name? Deaf Noodles. And I you know I hate Deaf Noodles. I don't like him
I
at all.
strongly dislike him too. He's just not a good person at all. I'm surprised he's still on YouTube to this
Yeah,
day.
like when remember the whole like James Charles, I think it was the James Charles allegation where he like supposedly like did horrible things with I think it was like a minor, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think that was true. Let's be
Yeah,
honest here.
I think it was like in one of his one of the DMs that I think they were like misled and shit, and then he tries to like when he fucks up, he tries to use the excuse of satire in order to
Yeah,
not
to
get
cover up his
criticized.
tracks.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what?
It's
When
like,
someone actually calls him out for it, he fucking blocks him on Twitter, which pisses me off.
yeah,
And
it's
it
very
proves,
scummy.
and it's yeah, it is scummy though. And a lot of like what is it? Mainstream media uses his like source without even considering without looking at the legitimacy of the source, especially with like I think now Keemstar is getting accused by him for just for talking to a 15-year-old girl. I think it was like years ago about it, which was one of his moderators, and according to Death Noodles, and in which you think he did the thing. You know what I'm talking about, right? But it's like
Yeah, it's
I,
the. Dude, I'm like,
he's
I
a
mean, I get
potato.
it. Yeah, he basically is that. He's he's something. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, and then like Keemstar responded later that about how Death Noodles has like has like in the possession of like the little about
He's got a
the
possession of like actual bad stuff with the whole
children
video.
videos.
Yeah, yeah, it's very,
Very
very.
disturbing.
Yeah, it's very disturbing. It's something that no individual should have. And in my personal opinion, I think I might side with Keemstar because I don't think he did it. And he
Yeah.
actually comes out and says, "Yo, I didn't do it.
Yeah, he
Like,
did.
I didn't do anything."
All he
And
did was
the
that
girl did it on her own accord, right, on her own stream.
yeah.
And I guess she really likes Keemstar, and that's fine from a certain perspective. From
Yeah,
my
I guess.
perspective, I think you should do it with dignity, right, and some clothes on. And
Mostly
if you
she's
want to
just
be
a
a fan, you be a fan, which means you be a normal person and actually kind of support what
yeah.
what your
Yeah,
person is
your
doing.
your moderator's 15 and shit and you want to support your thing, that's fine. I don't
Oh,
think
but she's 19 though.
is she 15
Some
or
people say she was 15. Oh yeah, she's 19.
yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. But
Yeah,
this whole thing is kind of a mess.
it is a mess cuz it's like Def Noodles was using like information that was like years ago when it was proven false just to
Yeah.
cancel him on it. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
just to get back at Keemstar. That's extremely scummy. I don't know
You know
why
what
people think
you know what I don't
they
like
can
about
do this.
Def Noodles is that he calls all like all like a lot of the commentary the commentary communities, especially that calls them like them being like being I don't know how to I don't want to say it without getting demonetized. Being like the
We're not even monetized anyways, so you might as well open the floodgates, my man.
yeah, but they call them like Nazis and shit. It's freaking.
Yeah, they called him. Yeah, he called them all sorts of names, bro. Like this guy is something else.
I think he's a
He's
danger.
worse.
He's a fucking danger to the community.
If Noodles, yeah, he
I
needs to
mean,
get ousted from YouTube.
I mean, at first, when I showed like prior to this, you thought you thought he was just some small YouTuber.
I was like, I don't really care about him. But now I'm like, bro, this guy needs
Yeah,
to get ousted from
I knew
YouTube.
I knew the day was coming. He was a danger to the fucking YouTube community.
Damn, freaking, my man predicted the time he was gonna be freaking dangerous.
Yeah, I
Dang,
fucking
dude.
predicted it, and I know something was wrong, and especially with the
Sense
fucking
of
James
disturbance in the
Charles.
Force.
I
You
don't
sense
know.
a disturbance in the Force.
I
You're a
sense
Force wielder.
I have Arab's powers of seeing the future, bitch.
I can see the future. He's gonna become dangerous. This dude's gonna become Lord Voldemort. This guy is gonna become Emperor Palpatine.
Watch Death Noodle was gonna come to our fucking channel and try to harass a small YouTube channel.
I'll be like, dude. Everything that we said about you is exactly right. You are such a dangerous YouTuber. Please get away from us. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, exactly. He spreads misinformation about YouTubers, and then
He's a slanderist.
Like, if anyone, like, he won't go down. If he won't go down, he'll take anyone down that was with him.
The point is that this guy, Def Noodles, he's just somebody that everybody needs to stay away with. Don't believe anything that he says because he's probably lying to you in the first place.
Yeah.
Don't watch his content. Just I'm not saying harass the guy. That's something we always tell our viewers or whoever's watching. Do not harass.
Do not go fucking.
Do not anything. Do not hunt down his family. Don't do anything. Just.
We don't want
this is what I'm suggesting. Yeah, no, this is like our neutral opinion about this. And for me, I might side with Keemstar. I might not side with Keemstar. It's hard to tell. In most situations, our podcast is just made to, be neutral in terms of like actual situations, And, we just give out our opinion, and that's pretty much it. That's all we talk about. We think, my opinion is, what's his name? Def Noodles? Sorry. I almost said Death Ramen. But Def Noodles, he's a dangerous guy. I don't think anyone should talk to him. I don't think anybody should,
give
do anything with him.
Information with him if you're regarding like news or news-wise, but it's like to the community, but it's like
yeah. I believe everyone should just stay away from him. Don't even talk to him. Don't even look him in the eyes. But at the end of the day, that's just my opinion.
Yeah. That's just.
You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
As long as you're not being a danger to society, then you're fine. You could do whatever the hell you want.
I think another thing with YouTube that I have was I think there was a YouTuber that I saw I don't know what's his name, but there was this guy. He was at SpaceX apparently, and he vlogged there.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it, but
I've never heard of this.
I think
this is all new to me.
I think the vlogger that went to SpaceX got arrested for just vlogging vlogging at like private property or something.
Well, I mean, I don't really know much about it. I mean, if he was he told to?
No.
Was he told to like not film there?
I think he was told not to film. I think he was told.
All right, well then he should not have filmed there. That's all I have to say, man.
I mean,
if people ask you not to film them, you don't film them.
I think the thing it's like when he got arrested and he also got he apologized to it. I think he said he was wrong and it was illegal. I think that he just knew it. He just wanted to do it for clout.
Clout. Yeah, that's everybody's thing. Oh, I want to do it for clout. Oh, look at me, I'm doing it for clout. What's clout? Clout? What even is clout? Like, let's be honest here. Let's expand our ideas on clout. Isn't clout like a more excuse to get someone's approval?
It is,
my opinion. Excuse. Okay. Well, here's the thing, though. We need to understand why people do clout. What is the whole point of clout?
I think it's just part of clout is just that we just lack. I don't know. It's just like we're so lonely, and we just like even if we do the most normal things, people just won't You just do the most batshit crazy shit, and then you would get attention from like people acknowledge that you're cool, which I don't think it's just like
That's not cool. That's called you being an absolute idiot, right? You know,
exactly.
if I've seen people many times. You know, I'll recall this one time, right? A bunch of kids told this other kid to do this, right? They friggin' graffitied the side of the wall. They did it, and there was a cop there, and half of the kids got arrested, or
Ex-
you know, like they got
exactly.
spoken
They
to or something like that.
exactly at my fucking old high school and shit. There was every time there was like a fight at there was like a McDonald's like across from like my school, and
Ooh,
there's usually a fucking fight there.
gracious. That's that's not good.
And
That's
the and
not good at
and the
all.
cops are there to intervene. They're just waiting to intervene on that and just like break up the two, which is
I don't
absolutely
know. Like when you fight at a McDonald's, right, and you don't even get your food first and eat it and then go fight, that's a bit of a problem. You know, like that's I don't know. Like what's the whole point? What are you trying to prove that you're this to the world? Let's be honest. Nobody gives a shit about you. I'm pretty sure nobody will. Like let's be honest here. If I did something great, right? If I let's see, if I broke a Christmas ornament and I repaired it, right?
Mhm.
Nobody cares. But I
Yeah.
do. Because it's something I did. I repaired a Christmas ornament and I feel special about it because it's, you know, I put a lot of hard work and effort into it.
Yeah, but
And that's,
throw a
you know,
freaking
but for clout, it's like, whose approval you're trying to get? Like, whose approval you're trying to get? You're just like, everybody's probably laughing at you because you're an idiot who fell for the word clout. It's like, I don't know.
exactly.
Clout is like a truth or dare situation. It's kind of dangerous, let's be honest.
It
That's
is
how
very
I see it.
dangerous.
Like I said before, we need to understand why they're doing it. Well, maybe some people are feeling depressed. You
We're
know,
just so
maybe some
insecure and
people,
shit.
yeah, maybe some people are feeling insecure, and the only way they can feel secured again is by doing something for clout. And in my opinion, I think we should stop with the clout and actually care about uplifting each other.
We just
Like, you know,
lack the people that we need, which
yeah, no,
and
no, no. Here's the thing, though. Screw other people. Like at least in my opinion, I don't care about other people. I care about myself and my family and what my friends say, right? You know, I care about your opinion because you're my friend, TrappedSnake. You know, and I
yeah,
totally respect that. But just in general, I'm outside, you know, in the real world. I don't give a damn what people think about me. I'm just walking around minding my
exactly,
own business, right?
exactly.
If I want to listen to, let's see, if I want to listen to JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, you know, Jotaro's theme, I will listen to it, regardless of what people tell me. Even if they tell me, oh hey, you know, you should probably listen to Jorno's theme, I'll be like, okay, I will listen to that after I listen to Jotaro 10 times again. You know, like I'll probably say something like that.
Yeah, I think you
Uh,
should. I think people will respect you
everyone,
if you just like if
yeah,
you just stick
people
to
will
your own thing.
respect you if you respect yourself. A lot of people don't. They don't respect themselves. You
We
know, and
just
I was definitely one of those people who did not respect, you know, myself. I didn't respect myself until I grew out of it, and I just said, you know what, I'm going to respect myself. What do I love? Oh, I love this. Oh, I love Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, I love JoJo. I love, you know, I love Demon Slayer now and Berserk. I saw both of those
I think
yesterday, and I cannot wait to watch it
we just haven't
again.
understand ourselves in order to like
Yeah,
in order to
it's
just
all about understanding yourself. That's why people do a lot of stupid things for clout because they don't understand themselves. And some people think that clout is the solution. No, it's not. Clout is not the solution. The solution is that many people need to respect themselves. Many people don't really because let's be honest, and I'm pretty sure it ain't their fault, you know. Maybe they had a parent,
yeah.
you know, maybe they had a bully that was always putting them down and you know, they always felt like crap. You know, which is understandable.
Mhm.
Here's the thing. You know, if you're an adult or, you know, someone who's growing up, respect yourself. You know, get out of that eggshell. Crack the eggshell out. Be a chicken and crack out the eggshell, you know. Sorry, I know that was weird, but you know, be a bird and crack the eggshell. You know, do that. You know, get out of your shell. Just be yourself.
I
Oh,
wanted to also talk about another thing.
oh yes, go ahead.
There is another thing that I think that I think it's surprisingly big news. I think it was EDP returning on
Oh
YouTube
yes, I heard about that. Oh
just
my
to the
lord.
internet and shit, and it was surprisingly
Yeah.
I mean, part
Dude.
of usually when these kind of people like return shit, I mean, I part of me says that I'm not surprised because because they try to find a way to try to like what's it called? I don't know how to
They
say
always
it.
try to find a way to get back.
Yeah,
In my opinion,
exactly.
that's just not right. It really just ain't right.
Especially now that
Like,
he's on Vimeo.
he should not be on any platform. After the stuff that he's been exposed to, he just should not be on any platform whatsoever. And yet
He
he's
should probably
he's
just. I
he's
think.
really mentally messed up, bro. Like in a bad way. Like I have to say this, he thinks that he can come back from this. Oh, brother, you're done. You're done.
No,
You're
the
ousted from
internet.
YouTube. You're
Once
ousted
you
from society.
you know you know what internet has taught me is like once you do something, it's there forever on the internet.
Yeah, because it's the internet. Once
Even
you
if
do it,
someone's
it's there
fucking
forever.
deleted, even if even if you
It's
delete
there
or
forever, man.
someone's gonna eventually have proof of it, and they're gonna blackmail you with that shit. And
No, the internet is both a good place and a bad place. It's just
it's like
it can really mess you up.
it's a gray world, man. This is my
It's
opinion.
Yeah, no, yeah, I totally respect your opinion, but in my opinion, I think the internet is both it's done some good and some bad. Like for example, with I used the internet. We're using Discord right now to communicate with our audience, and also I'm using Discord to communicate with and you became my friend. That's what's good about the internet, making friends, playing video
That's
games.
acceptable. I mean, that's
Looking at other stuff, looking at other YouTube content, Twitch content, a bunch of other stuff.
yeah.
But let's be honest, a lot of bads come from the internet because people think they can type behind a computer screen and just get away with it. And to some extent, they actually have gotten away with it. But there will be a day where that's not going to fly anymore, and someone will actually probably take down your account. And until that day comes, I'll just sit back, I'll relax, and I'll just do my best on the podcast.
Yeah,
So,
like here's like I want to stray away from. I think one thing, another like one YouTube thing before we cut to an ad break was I think it was the
yes.
Steven Crowder situation where he was.
Oh, yes.
I
That
think
is so good to bring up.
It's a really huge topic. I think I saw this from the quartering where he.
Yes.
I mean, I don't agree with everything what he and the quartering says about certain standing on issues, but it's like
Yes.
I, it's like how do I say? It's like you can't be. It's like you can't. I don't know how to properly. It's like I don't know why YouTube decides to, like, especially now that in their terms of service where they allow to broadcast, where especially their motto says YouTube broadcast yourself, which apparently it's not the case anymore.
Interesting.
And especially now it's like I think them trying to terminate Steven Crowder's channel is rather like it's rather like
I think it's very scummy.
yeah, it is.
It's
Not only it's very
Yeah,
scummy,
it
it's
basically violate. Doesn't it violate their own rules, TrappedSnake?
yeah, it does violate their own TOS and
Oh my gosh, that's
and
freaking hilarious.
and the free speech part, considering that YouTube started in America.
Dude, like, what's up with like that? The fact that they tried to do their YouTube tries to go after Steve Crowder and
I
all
think
this
it's
other stuff.
because they don't agree. It doesn't fit their political views or something like that. I don't freaking know.
Political views or not, if the man has an opinion against you, he has an opinion, and for me, I'm willing to hear that out and just say, okay, I disagree with you because I would be this and this and that. I respect your opinion, but I'm gonna have to disagree with you. Like that's something I would say. Instead of YouTube, a big company, being backed by Google, by the way. Why aren't they mature enough to actually realize that and just talk it out like adults? Just say, hey, YouTube. If Steven Crowder probably said this, he probably said, hey, YouTube, I don't agree with what you're saying, and all this other stuff. And YouTube is just not mature enough to actually handle it. And just
like just to
go
make a
ahead.
video, if you want to help him out in a way, I guess you could say there's like I think there's a
Yeah.
website where you can
Yeah, let's be honest here. For those of you who don't know about the Steve Crowder situation, long story short, he filed a lawsuit against YouTube for like, oh shit, I forgot what it's Forgot what it was. It was something really bad. That's all I have to say. I haven't looked at it in like 3 days,
I
but
think it
it's a good
was
point to actually bring up.
I think
You
it
know,
was
if you guys want to go support him, just look up
or
Steve Crowder. I'll probably have something on the top right that says, go subscribe to Steve Crowder's channel. It'll be interesting. Go
I
support
think
him. I think I'm gonna
like this
side with
might
Steve
be
Crowder because
yeah, same here.
yeah, agreed. But like, dude, this is the one thing the YouTube needs a wake up call, and I believe this lawsuit is the perfect solution. You
I
know?
think this might if like Steve Crowder were to win, especially, but
Yeah,
he would it would most likely damage YouTube in a very, very bad way.
yeah, and honestly, the only thing I have to say about this is that I hope Steve Crowder wins. I pray that he wins. I pray that YouTube would actually get their stuff together and just probably talk this out like a normal person would, a mature person. You know, Dude, if anything, maybe he should run YouTube. Some
Yeah.
people actually say that Steve Crowder should actually run YouTube and all this other stuff, and I have to say I don't. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think YouTube should just be YouTube. I don't think anyone should be controlling it unless,
I think it should be
regardless of what their political thing is.
I think it's like yeah, regardless of political alignment of that
Yeah,
person, it's like I think Susan Wabajak or Wojcicki, whatever the fuck her last name is, I don't care.
I don't know.
I don't care. It's Wabajak.
No way.
Let's just call her Wabajak.
Yeah,
Susan Wabajak.
yeah, yeah,
But my point is that I think she really needs to take a look at it as a way to really consider it and just like overall. But considering that YouTube is like is a monopoly owned by Google, and Google is I think one of the top companies that are like super rich and everything.
yes, I agree.
And they're
Yeah,
most likely
they.
gonna hire lawyers to go against the Steven Crowder lawsuit. I think just to say that if there's enough support from the internet, especially where they spread awareness about this whole thing, I think it would most likely go in favor of Steven Crowder. But I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna be surprised if Google hires like lawyers and pays them to just went and do some fabricated mess. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, that's a good opinion. I totally respect what you're saying, and you are actually correct. I believe that YouTube just needs to change. They need to change. And the fact they keep ignoring us is just horrible. That's all I have to say. It's just horrible. It doesn't feel like a mature way. It's something that a little brat would probably say, like, I don't like your opinion and I'm gonna do this. It's like, no, I I would never say that. I would never be it's just great. I would never be doing anything, that horrible. I would never say shit like that. I would just never say anything like that.
Yeah. I think what I want to do is I want to go to an ad break because
Yeah, that's a perfect thing, Let's go to an ad break.
YouTube is start. I don't know, man. It's like I don't know if I
YouTube
really
is frustrating.
I don't know. It's like do I really trust YouTube for all that matter? Probably not. In the
Oh, not even close.
yeah, not even close because it's like, especially with like I think with like I think it was Moist Critical, aka Penguin Zero, where he was talking to the CEO of YouTube, and YouTube CEO was like, "Hey, we're gonna do all these. We're gonna try our best to listen to you guys," which I feel like
That's a damn freaking lie.
yeah, it is. I feel bad for Moist Critical because like I feel like he was just I feel like he was
Just giving
cheated.
out some really good pointers.
Yeah, he gives
Yeah,
out
he was
no,
like,
he gives some very
yeah,
good pointers of reasoning behind it, and not only that, and he also makes the connection between it, which I really applaud him for that. Not only that, I feel like he was cheated out of this whole thing, but
yeah,
with that,
of course he was.
but let's just cut to an ad break because
Yeah,
I'm a
let
little
us go to an ad break.
heated, so let's go.
Yeah,
I
good way
want
to
to start
recover.
my own podcast, but I don't have the money to actually start one. What am I gonna do now?
Hey Virgil, what's wrong?
Wait, what? Oh, hello, TrappedSnake. I really wanted to express my opinions and do it live in front of everyone, but I don't know how to start my own podcast. Where can I go to make my own podcast?
I can tell you, Virgil, with our sponsor, Anchor.
Wait, really? What's Anchor?
Anchor is a website that allows you to record your podcast from your computer for free.
Wait, for free? Really?
Yes. Anchor also has creation tools that allow you to edit, upload your videos, and it distributes to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc.
Can you do everything on Anchor?
Yes. You can do everything at once.
Okay.
You can also make money with no
Well then.
minimal listenership.
Whoa, that's actually crazy.
YouTube's
Where
one
can I
heck of
go
a
to
thing,
actually
huh?
download Anchor,
Hey,
TrappedSnake?
YouTube.
Download the free
That's
Anchor
good.
app or go to
It's
anchor.fm
not
to
over?
get started.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. But
damn, dude. I have like a bad perception of time. I must have woken up on the wrong side of the bed. My apologies.
it's all good. But...
Yeah. Dude, that's funny. That's like the second time I interrupt something when I'm not supposed to interrupt it. Again, I do
Oh.
apologize for my insolence.
Yeah. He's just
Alright.
really.
I'm like really out of it right now. Like I feel very woozy right now. I feel very lightheaded.
I think.
Oh.
What? I think one thing I saw on Twitch. Have you seen the new hot tub meta streams lately?
Yes, I've seen some stuff of it, but I'm not a practitioner in that because I don't find that that content my content that I want to watch.
I don't think I would
It's
watch
weird.
that either.
I
I think
will
it's-
never watch it.
Like okay, I have a question. Like if it's like YouTube or like doesn't matter if it's YouTube or like what is it? Twitch? Is there like another like part of like what's it called? Genre of YouTube that you like consider watching aside from like gaming and stuff and anime?
There's tons of stuff I would probably say like series and like fan stuff like fan videos. Like for example, I've recently gotten to Harry Potter. I love to watch like why people think Grindelwald is better than Voldemort or why Voldemort is better than Grindelwald. Like those fan made videos. I usually like those. We also have like Star Wars videos like why Emperor Palpatine could beat Lord Vitiate from Star Wars: The Old Republic. Why Darth Vader could probably beat Darth Revan, or why Revan could do this and why he could do that. Those type of videos. That's the type of content I usually like to watch. It's a bunch of like things and tips I never really knew about. Star Wars, Harry Potter, Star Trek, stuff like that. What about you? What's your sort of content that you like to watch besides gaming?
I think I really like to watch is like there's like I think I watch like a lot of like what's it called? There's these like music, especially now on Twitch. It's like there's like art and Twitch stream, like Twitch where they
Ooh.
do like art streams and like music streams where they like
Oh, nice.
they start crafting their own music and like they start like drawing like whatever the hell they. I think that's
Whoa.
that I usually don't go there to like chillax and shit.
Yeah, that sounds like a very wholesome stream. I wouldn't mind coming in
and,
saying, "Hey,
like-
I like your drawing."
And
Hey,
not
I
only
like your
that, they
artwork.
also like I've seen. I think, I mean, I do, and not only that, it's. I think it. I'm not sure if it's still like. I think it's a not. Like, I'm not sure if it's like a. I think it's like a fad or anything. I kind of like watching Pokemon cards unboxing.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's the content you like. If you like to watch people unbox things and give their opinion on why the product is good or bad, that's fine.
Yeah, they like.
That's something.
I've seen like some of them. They spend like thousands of dollars just to get like a Charizard
Pokemon
card.
Well, that's a bit right there. It's like why you're spending that much money on a
I mean,
card.
I
but
wouldn't spend that much
card-
money, but it's kind of interesting in
Yeah.
a way.
It's
saw,
like
I saw
like a mini
guy,
version of Mr.
I saw
Yes,
a
go on.
guy on I saw a guy on like on the stream where he bent a card and it's supposedly a rare fucking Charizard card.
Oh no!
I was.
Oh my gosh!
I gotta send you that clip later.
Yes, please send me that clip. I cannot wait to laugh my ass.
You
off. But getting back to the task at hand, yes, those are perfect examples of content both on YouTube and Twitch. But we're gonna talk about Twitch now because we're getting away from YouTube. And Twitch is good. Like I said before during the podcast, Twitch is actually known to actually, do the rules and stuff. Like, oh, you did this on Twitch? All right, flagged. Banned, all this other stuff. But the bad thing about Twitch is that it's worse than freaking YouTube. What are the options to get your stream back? There's not a lot of options. Like Angry Joe, for example, he posted a video about how busted the YouTube turn. I mean, not YouTube. The Twitch terms of service actually is. You can't really say anything, right? And the Twitch people did respond to part of his email and all this other stuff about it. The Twitch video that he posted on Twitch got removed.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, we'll get it fixed." Yeah, that was a month ago. Now, still banned. Like, that's so stupid. No. My heart goes out to Angry Joe. He didn't get the ban. Like, here's the thing, though. The ban wasn't even that big of a ban. Like, how do I say
like
this?
anything that's
What he
considered
did?
bannable, like
No, it wasn't bannable. I thought it was, I thought it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. There was just nothing wrong with it. I don't know. That's a perfect example. Like I said before, Twitch has a bit of a biased issue, and hot tub streams were a bit of a biased issue, right?
yeah, definitely.
And this is the
I'm not
type
a
of
huge
content
fan
I
of
don't
the-
want to see.
I'm not a huge fan of the hot tub thing. I'm fine with the
don't
Pokemon
like it.
card shit, but like,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because that's content. That's content that makes sense. This type of content doesn't make sense. Instead, I understand what they're trying to do.
like
They're
it's like
trying
a
to make
show.
money by, doing stuff that is a bit unnerving and a bit disturbing a little bit. And, they're trying to attract, young boys into donating and getting more money like that. That is a fair business move, but it's a business move that should not be on Twitch at all.
Like-
If anything, it should just be on other sites, like promote that stuff. I don't know.
Is it unethical to you for you for say? Because it sounds like it says like to you it sounds like hot tub streams are just it's a little unethical.
I just don't like it. I don't want it on Twitch. When I watch Twitch, I want to watch people game. I want to watch people do this. If I really wanted to watch that stuff, I would go to other sites. But let's be honest, I don't like to do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not saying that hot tub streams are bad. I just don't think they deserve to be on Twitch. I'm not, let's be honest. It sounds like I'm trying to hate on him. No, I'm just saying, hey, I don't think this belongs on Twitch, but at the end of the day, it is still my opinion. It just, for me, I don't like watching that sort of thing. I don't like watching people, in a hot tub, just reading chat and doing poses that are a bit much. That's not my thing. I want to watch people, do something. I want to watch wholesome streamers do art. I want to watch wholesome streamers practice martial arts. I want to watch wholesome streamers build a hut out of mud.
I want to watch
20
streamers
hours
crafting
straight.
music.
Yes, that's true. But with the hot tub, it's like, I don't believe that this belongs on Twitch. I believe Twitch is something where people can express themselves live, like how we're doing right now. And, because of the recent YouTube incidents with many other YouTubers, I think we should probably move our podcast to Twitch. But we're still working on it. It's a decision that may be a bit tough for not only TrappedSnake, but for me as well, and Sans, who is not here. But if he is here and watching us, hello.
Yes, but we are debating because it's like
We want to move to Twitch, but at the exact same time, YouTube has a lot more tools that actually are a little bit more accessible than Twitch.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
that's why I kind of like YouTube a lot more in terms of how you upload a video or how you broadcast live. I prefer to use Twitch.
The way that
It's more easier to understand.
It's more, how do I say? It's like YouTube gives you it gives you subtle hints on how to optimize the max amount of views you would get in order to gain subscribers or and there's and where a lot of ways you want to learn something, you'll most likely find it on YouTube.
Yeah. you will you will find a lot of stuff on YouTube.
Like for example, if you want to learn how to play guitar and shit, there's like
Go on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure there's tons of lessons, but I think like but don't take this in regard. It's like I don't think you should actually learn guitar from.
Just don't learn guitar from actual YouTubers.
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
but like that's just my opinion. But like,
Yeah, that is fine. You know, that is your opinion. For me, you know, I just use YouTube to watch other people. You know, like we have prominent YouTubers like Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. You know, those two I really like to watch, especially Jacksepticeye. I love Jacksepticeye. He is just my favorite all-time YouTuber. I recently got back into Jacksepticeye through his Resident Evil videos, Resident Evil 8. You know, he posted a lot of parts, and I thought his reaction to the game was freaking funny. It was hilarious. Like, damn, dude, Jackie Boy can just make you laugh in the most hilarious ways ever. Going back to Twitch, there are some really good Twitch streamers out there. You know, most notably for me, I was introduced to Twitch through Overwatch, right? A game I strongly despise right now. Through Overwatch, I was able to understand Twitch, like how Twitch actually works. You know, I was able to go to Twitch streamers like Chipsa, Necros, you know, the famous Genji streamer and Doofus player, right? You know, those two. We have people like CarQ, we got people like Samito, J3, you know, those streamers I like. But pushing Overwatch aside, I also like to watch. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, you know, there was. I'm trying to remember. I haven't watched like other Twitch streamers besides like Overwatch Twitch streamers in a while. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna move on. But the point is that those are the type of streamers I want on Twitch. Right? I don't want these people hot tubbing, and it just feels awkward for me. It doesn't really feel moral. You know, it just doesn't feel right. You know, having thousands of people watch you in a bikini and you're in a hot tub and stuff, it just doesn't feel right. You know, I believe it's unmoral. It just doesn't feel right. You know, but at the end of the day, it is my opinion.
definitely.
Any other topics?
I don't. Let's see what we got here. I think what we got here, which I think there's a very this one's very interesting. It is the There's a bunch I want to talk about, but it's like I don't know how to really because we done.
Well, I mean, let's just start with one and work our way up. That's what I have to say about that.
I guess what we got, I guess what we talk about was like I think it was the Sinatra situation. Like I think he was.
Mm-hmm. That is a good point to bring up. Sinatra is a very popular streamer on Twitch. He's a pro gamer. You know, he's done a lot of stuff. And I think the allegations against him, I have no idea, and I don't believe either side. I'm kind of neutral in this situation. You know, obviously the allegations made against Sinatra are really freaking bad. And I just think it's terrible, but I don't know who to believe because I believe both sides are spewing random nonsense at each other. It makes the whole situation a bit like mixed feelings. I had so much mixed feelings. I really wanted to side with Sinatra because, you know, I really do like him in Overwatch, but he's not playing Overwatch anymore, so I'm kind of skeptical about both sides.
I mean, I don't watch. I usually watch that guy because he was a pro tracer and stuff.
Yeah. He was a pro tracer. He was pretty good on a lot of heroes in Overwatch. And, you know, just to see this kind of breaks my heart. But, you know, like, here's the thing, though. They spewed so much random nonsense that I had so much mixed feelings. I had no idea who to believe. So I just said, all right, I'm not believing anyone. I'm going to let this mess solve itself. You know, I'm like a neutral party, I guess you can say. And that's, you know, like I said before, that's what our podcast is. We're a neutral party. You know, if we, you know, side with somebody, it's just our personal opinion. Don't hate us.
I guess.
But what's your opinion about this whole thing with Sinatra? It actually recently got an update where Sinatra he got banned again from, you know, pro.
I think it was
he got banned from participating in pro. He's Valorant. He's a Valorant pro now. But here's the thing. Listen. listen, he got banned from participating in pro stuff because Valorant, some of the esports company that he's working for has a, how do I say it? It has like a terms of rules and stuff, and Sinatra actually broke one of these rules. And if he actually he promised that, you know, he would be cooperative with the authorities, right?
Yeah.
With this whole allegation situation. That didn't happen at all. And he denied a lot of stuff. Know, he said, "Oh, that's not true. Oh, this is not true, and all this other stuff is not true." But that's just what I've heard from Tipster's side of the situation.
Yeah, like I guess
And
he was like trying to. I think he was trying to dodge a.
yeah,
It sounds like
he's trying to
that
dodge a, yeah,
he was trying
like
to.
a bit red flaggish.
Yeah, it sounds like a little bit like red flagging because he's continuously denying it, and then there's like heaps of evidence by I think it was his ex-girlfriend or something.
Yeah, his ex. At the, what's your personal opinion about this whole situation? How does this make you feel?
Usually when it comes to like allegations like these where part of me says that I take things like usually I take things a little bit with a grain of salt because it's like
Yeah.
because like with these type of allegations like it's good that at women are like coming out with them and just hopefully that they're being honest with it and it's not like actually fabricated in a way, but it's like
Yeah.
And I respect that. But I think the thing is like especially where there's people that are like that proves it false makes the people that are like real victims are like looked down upon. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. I fully agree with what you're saying, and I really want to side with Sinatra because I don't think it's his fault, but at the exact same time, there's so much mixed feelings about this that it just makes me not want to side with anyone. Maybe he actually did it, maybe he didn't. Who knows? You never know. It's just a situation where I kind of just kind of side with anyone. I don't. Oh, this situation, I'm gonna just play neutral and just watch this whole mess unveil itself. I think it's the smart play. I think it's the mature play because if you don't know, you don't know. Don't play. It's like a game. If you don't know how to play, don't play until you can get better. Right?
But I kind of want to go back to YouTube where I think there was a very popular YouTube. I think and it involves with this YouTuber named Dream. I think everyone knows who Dream is. I'm not a huge fan of Dream, but
I've heard of him. I've never seen his content before.
But like I think it was one. I think his name was Johnson, where he was. I think.
Oh,
he was making,
yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, I think he was
John
making.
Swan.
I think he was making like he was accusing of Dream of trying to bully like I think it was like a 12-year-old kid and doing.
Oh no.
And then like I think another YouTuber named Harley TVS or something. Something
Huh.
like that. But it's like, and then it was proven that John Swan lied to him, and then he got off of like YouTube took some time to reflect on everything else, and
Yeah.
and then when he came back, I can't say. I would say this is that I respect it. I would say that I wouldn't say that I necessarily trust the guy again, but it's like
No, not even close.
But like, but I will applaud him for admitting up to his own fault and trying to do better. Right?
Yeah.
Unlike other YouTubers.
All right, but yeah, I
can't. I want to say that Dream is on the right side because he didn't necessarily do that, and the thing
I don't
is
even
that
think he meant to do it. Yeah.
I just don't. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I just don't like his stands at all. I don't like him. I don't like his stands.
Okay.
His stands are just absolutely the most horrible people ever. Like,
Okay.
one time they go like, I think, there's this YouTuber that also goes that like sometimes streams. His name is Jordan. I think he's like He's another Minecraft YouTuber apparently. I don't watch
Oh,
any
okay.
of the new ones, but like he was on. I think like I've seen one tweet with him is that they would literally murder one of like Dream's fans just to be with Dream and shit. And
Whoa, what
God,
the freak?
God, they're friggin' scary, bro. On Twitter.
What the heck?
Yeah, they're creepy. They're creepy as hell, bro.
What the freak, bro?
I will.
How do you just say, "Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of this guy. I really want to murder everything."
And he would
Like,
they literally simp for this guy him for Dream. I'm not fucking kidding.
what in the?
They simp like this is what I'm saying. It's like usually like when they put YouTubers on a fucking pedestal and without seeing the real side to them or like seeing them off screen. And it's like
YouTubers are good until they actually reveal their true colors.
Exactly. That's kind of the reality that YouTube
Live
is.
in, yeah. I think that is a really good way to look at it because
Like,
we don't know how most YouTubers are. This is their internet personality. We don't know who they actually are on the inside. We don't know if they're a person who likes to harm other people. We don't know if it's a person to do this or do that.
Like the thing, it's like I think they're pretty similar to like K-pop stands and stuff, where it's like if you don't like the guy Dream or anything like that, they will literally go after you and start canceling you.
It's freaking dumb, bro.
Yeah, that's why I like Dream, and then when Dream caught up in his situation, the way that he handled it's so freaking poor. It's like
I think it's dumb.
Like, yeah, it is dumb. It's like he says that he does like in a way he tried when he caught up and it goes in towards his attention. He's like, oh, he says that he doesn't approve of what they do of harassing fans going and harassing like other YouTubers, and like at the same time he's just appeasing them.
No, that's not right at all.
That's why it just
no one should.
That's why just
no one should be appeasing anyone.
Yeah, like the thing it's like about when you're a YouTuber and you have this many subscribers, you should be the one that trying to tell them that you should be the one that not manipulated, but like just controlled, like be a good role model in a way.
Yeah, be someone that actually people can look up to. I like that. I like the way you put that.
But not in a way where you put them in a pedestal.
Yes. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
But it's like the way that he handles like drama situation, it's just so like in my opinion, it's just so poor.
Okay.
I just don't like his stands at all. That's one of the reasons why I just.
Is it just because of the stands? Is that why you're calling him poor? Can we like elaborate on that?
Like not like poor in like a economic way, but like it's just that.
No, like his whole attitude is poor. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
His whole attitude is just so poor about it, and it just doesn't feel good. I just don't.
It makes you feel very emotional. It makes you feel a little bit upset at it.
I am upset because it's like he just doesn't know how to handle like people like
drama very well,
like,
or people very well.
I just don't like his stands because his stands are just literally just people on a freaking keyboard that literally are literally desperate for approval just that watch their like streamers where they're just like. I think one good example of there was this clip where I think it was this YouTuber that plays with Valkyrie. His name is Ludwig or something like that, right?
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
There was this one clip where and it's honestly definitely 100% true, where he was like, look, he loves his subscribers, but not to the point where they would like help them in a way, but like not. They do what like that's why he has a whole community of like servers where he just like they have a bunch of people where they would obviously have them care for each other, and they're on their common like what's it called, forte in a way. I don't know how to properly like explain in a way, but it's like
Yeah.
it's just like the reality. It's like the YouTubers aren't really there to help you in every single situation with their content. They don't.
Yeah.
I think I think the way that I would treat like YouTube content creators is just like it's just like
I would just look at them as a pure source of entertainment.
yeah, it is.
That's what I
Exactly.
truly
They're a
have to
pure source of entertainment,
say.
and they're just not.
Yeah.
And they're not. I mean, and when they fuck up something, and people criticize them for fucking up. But like when sometimes if it's they actually fuck up, they fucked up. But like when they don't really fuck up and they start harassing the fuck out of them and like being absolute like douchebags and everything, it's like they don't even acknowledge that they're like they're idols or some shit. Like I said with the whole pedestal, like putting people on the fucking pedestal situation.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line where about like when it comes to like I care about our views in a way, but not in a way where it's like I wouldn't see that our podcast would be considered to be like a.
I mean, our podcast is our podcast.
I don't know how to say it.
Our podcast is just a source where people can just come in, say how they feel, and just walk out. And I would have no problem with that.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
I wouldn't mind that at all. I think it's honestly, we welcome it. We welcome people live, but most people are kind of scared to type something in, and that's fine. We love to we hear other people's opinions, on certain situations. But I think at the end of the day, YouTube is YouTube, Twitch is Twitch. We have people trying to harass other people. It's just the reality of the world we live in. And what we should do? Just say, hey, let's just chill out with the harassment. I don't think harassment is good. And let's just try and make the world a better place.
I think the thing is like when these like harassment engagements happens, it usually leads to
Yeah.
people committing Sudoku and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
this is why harassment is bad.
This is why like I just I don't want any of our subscribers or viewers to just go after any people that we talk about in the podcast.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I like that.
Because I don't want to get involved with the police or any of that.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful way to look at it.
It's like I don't know how to. I guess to like really I could because I'm kind of running out of like topics to like.
You know what? It's okay, man. We're over our time limit here, and we've pretty much said what we wanted to say. And I think what we need to do now is just end the podcast, say our goodbyes, and then get ready for next Saturday.
Yeah.
So let's just end the podcast, buddy.
Yeah, I guess so. Thanks for watching, everybody, guys. Yeah,
Goodbye, guys.
Make sure to check out our. Make sure to support our Anchor, and check out.
Don't forget Spotify.
And Anchor, Spotify, and everything else we got here. So.
Goodbye, guys.
Guys, we'll see you in the next content.